It's not like it used to be, and my prayer is that we go back like we used to be, far as educators. They don't have the passion anymore to teach the young people like they used to be, and so my prayer is that we go back to, care about the young people again.
Hi, welcome to this edition of Love Speaks. I am your host, LaKisha Carvil, and this is where both I and my co host, Francois, discuss various topics that are impacting our community. And today we have such a phenomenal young man that is sitting with me who is talking about his organization and the great work that he's doing in the local city of Miami and beyond. This is one thing that I can bring recognition to, that this young man is doing a great work, not only in his local state, but he is providing services to the elderly in various states within the USA. And so I love to present and welcome to this platform this morning Joshua, who's with Early Childhood Educators and Friends. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you so much, Lakeisha. Thank you for the opportunity as well this morning.
Thank you. So we're going to get right into our topic. I know my co-host is not here with us today, but it's great to sit down with Joshua and just hear about his organization and what the organization is doing in the greater city of Miami. And as I said, even beyond. And so we want to just hear a little about your organization this morning. Talk about first, before we go into the organization, let us hear a little about Joshua. Who is Joshua?
Joshua is a husband. Joshua is a son. I also work for FCAA as a head start manager. Um, yeah, I just like to help people and serve people, and that's who Joshua is.
Awesome. So, talking about serving people, I do know you on a level beyond, your organization, just on a personal level. And I've always admired your servanthood, not only to your family, but also to the community and those that are around you. So, tell us about your organization. We heard about Josh, what Josh does as a career, but tell us a little about who is Early Childhood Educators and Friends. What your organization is about.
Okay. Early Childhood is a nonprofit faith-based 501c3 that serve the community. We serve in Miami, Florida. We serve in Fort Lauderdale. We serve in Tampa, Florida, and now we are serving in Greenville, Mississippi.
That's phenomenal. That's great to hear. So, talking about how you are serving, but also how was it founded? Where was early childhood education birthed from?
Yes, the vision became in 2010 where I was attending Broad Mackey to receive my associate degree in early childhood education. So, and Broad Mackey was dead. So I was like, we have to do something. So me and a group of my friends who also was getting their associate degree in early childhood education began to serve the community as a group, and then that's how it began.
Hey, that's
Yes.
that's awesome. So tell us what are the values and the primary goals that drives ECEF? What are those goals? What are the primary visions for your organization that's actually driving? What's the driving force behind it?
I just I believe it's giving people hope. Um, the homeless that we serve, we give them hope. The seniors, the youth. So I think hopeness, if that makes sense.
It does make sense because that's what we need today. We need hope. And I think having your organization and doing the work that you're doing, feeding the homeless, providing for our elderly, brings hope to those communities, that somewhat may feel hopeless. And I just want to ask in regards to the organization, yes, you said hope, but what differentiates ECEF from other organizations that's in this local area and that's serving in the areas that you're serving in? What differentiates your organization from the others?
And early childhood, we don't control no one. It's people um, who is willing. I got for you, LaKisha, willing and able to serve. So, and we let the people know. Like I believe it's just like communication, and it's just a lot of things that we are different than others organization. Um, so yeah, that's what I can say for now.
Okay. So, what actually programs do you offer? What programs do you?
Okay, we do have three programs. We have thus far. We have the outreach department that we serve the homeless. We also partner up with Feed South Florida, which is in Prima Pines. We also, with the outreach, we also connect with different churches and different other nonprofits who we make it give a helping hand to. If they have like a major event, we go out, not to take over, not to do their work. I gotta make sure that it's clear, but we just give a friendly, open hand to, and partner with them and serve them. Then we have our youth program, which ages 3 to 17. We have youth talks with them. Um, Last year we have an event that we took them to Five Below, and we allowed them to pick up 2 items, and we took them to Denny's. And we also do like different, if they have report cards, like ABs, like on the roads, we like acknowledge them and we give them a gift. And then we have the seniors, which is 55 and up, who that we serve. We may go and clean their house. Now these is for the seniors who um, has been forgotten. So that means who family maybe neglect them, like their sons or daughters. So this is not for everybody who just want to be lazy, and but this is for the seniors who who need the extra help, who don't got the support. We come and support them. So that's what we do for the senior department.
So you're doing a lot of work in
Yes,
the community.
yes.
So can you elaborate on all of those programs you're providing? You're providing these services.
hmm
Which program or which service is the most popular?
The youth department.
Your youth department. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. And so with the youth department, and heard you're going out, you're doing, acknowledgement of, their achievements and their grades, but also just talking about the youth that you're
hmm
working with on a day-to-day basis. How does the organization facilitate that with schoolwork and homework? Is there any programs that are assisting in helping with those aspects of the youth department or your youth?
Yes, we do have a sponsor that if they need free tutoring, we can refer them to them. And also we have a awesome, as you would know, LaKisha, you know her. She is our youth coordinator. I just want to give her a shout out, Natasha DeLoach. So she handled that department. I just oversees it. And also, I just want to mention that we also do take the young people to serve the homeless so they can see, how it is, out in the world. So when mama say eat your food, because we got people who, don't want, people who hungry.
Yes.
So it's just a lot that we do with the youth department.
Are there any new programs or initiatives that you are excited about within ECEF?
Yes, look, thank you for asking. So we have in August we have a book bag giveaway. In November we have a Thanksgiving drive, and in December we will be having our Christmas tour drive this year.
What so tell us, what type of donations do ECEF Foundation receives?
We receive cash, and everything we receive, you could go to our website, ecefinc.org. It will give you a list of everything we receive.
So for the actual, upcoming major event, I
hmm
believe so. This, maybe tuning in and watching and said, I like to support this organization because they're doing a great work. Some always looking for a tax write-off or some way they can support, a local organization. So in regards to the upcoming major event, what are some of the items or some of the things that are needed? I guess those most important items that can be donated for the event. I know you mentioned the book bag drive. Are there
Hmm.
any particular items that you need more than other? I know cash again always works, but what are
Hmm.
items? Some may have a stockpile full of books, or paper, or pencils. So, what items specifically do the organization need for this upcoming major event?
Okay, so book bags are always welcome, papers and pencils and folders. And once again, we will be posting a flyer on the website, so you always go and visit the website or our social media. We will have a list of everything they could just so like that, give like that.
Great. And so, just talking about donations, what
Hmm.
are some of the ways that ECEF gets funding? How do you guys get your funding? I know because a lot of times, people hear about nonprofit organizations, and I like to make sure I highlight the word
Hmm.
nonprofit because,
Yes.
there is something that most people have to kind of relate to, that these organizations are based off of donations.
Hmm.
And so, how do you get your funding for the organization to continue the work that you're doing, which is an awesome work in the community?
Well, at this moment, we have awesome volunteers. So we usually have a monthly. We do monthly dues. So we also do fundraisers. So that help us to reach our goals as we serve the community. Also, we do reach out to different grants if we are eligible, and mostly grants take forever. So we just do a monthly dues and fundraiser at this moment.
And are there any upcoming fundraisers or any upcoming events or campaigns to, help with the organization funding? I know it because I've seen the pictures, and every
Hmm.
time you guys are doing work in the local community, whether if it's out feeding the homeless, and I know everything costs. The water
Yes.
costs, the food costs. So, are there any upcoming events or campaigns or fundraisers that those who are watching may want to participate with? Give a donation, come and help serve. Are there any upcoming events in this upcoming?
Yes, I have my vice president, which is also my wife, Kiara Adams. I gave her a shout out. She handled all that information for
Okay.
us.
Awesome. So,
Yes.
how can someone who's tuning in, watching us, say, how can they or how can whoever want to get involved with ECEF? How can they get involved?
Thank you for asking that question, Lakeisha. We do have two options. The first one is we have become a volunteer. You will have to attend a Zoom orientation. You will have to. We do have requirements of pay your monthly dues, which is $10 or $120 a year. We have a requirement of you have to participate in the fundraiser, attend the Zoom meetings, and attend our major events. And the second one is if you want to be a sponsor, and the sponsorship is just helping the major events. So we have two options. If you want to be a sponsor, sponsor is less more laid back. So you'll really have a lot of requirements as a sponsor versus a volunteer.
Okay. So
Yes.
that's no special qualifications, no, you know, resume got to be, submitted or and I guess and I'm asking this because I think a lot of times when we hear about volunteering, we think about our qualifications that I
Hmm.
can't do, I don't have that qualification or I have that qualification, but for your organization there are no specific qualifications that are required to be a part of ECEF.
No, just love the people.
Okay, awesome. So that's where we want to just make sure you've heard today from president and founder of Early Childhood Educators, Joshua. who's brought very important information. You can get involved, help with the community work as they are out not only spreading love, because we know here at Love Speaks, we declare that love is not only what love says, but it's what love does. And so putting your love into action, going out, help serve the community, help work in the community. And this is a great opportunity and a chance for you to do so. You can sacrifice some time to help feed the homeless, help with the back to school drive. And so if you are available and you want to join early childhood educators, not making a commitment for, every single event, but you can jump on board and help with the major event that is coming up in this upcoming year for the back to school drive. If it's not your personal finances, you can donate your time. They would love to have you, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they're looking for the support and they're looking for the help. Again, you can go to their website, which will be down in the link of the subscription below. You can always click on the link, contact them. Let them know I'm available. I can jump in for a couple of hours to help out. I can help pack the bags. I can help distribute the bags. But we want your help and we want your support. So we wanted to just highlight Joshua and what his local organization is doing here in this region. But as he said, they are growing, they are expanding, they are enlarging. They're just not serving, local here in Florida, but they've already expanded to Mississippi, and they're looking to go beyond. So they need your help.
The Early Childhood Educators and Friends Incorporated. This faith based organization is compiled of educators, teachers, paraprofessionals, and those that work with students and also enjoy and respect the art of education. The Early Childhood Educators and Friends are the epitome of we are more than our occupation. They dedicate their lives to serving the community, serving young people, serving those who are less fortunate, and also our future. Spend countless hours in community service, from feeding the homeless to giving away toiletries, and to also encouraging students, parents, and the less fortunate. The Early Childhood Educators and Friends welcome sponsors, members, and supporters. There are different ways to participate in their community service and in their development. Early Childhood Educators and Friends Incorporated.
If you're watching and you saying to yourself, we would love to have early childhood educators here in our local state, in our city, just contact them. Let them know they will be glad to partner with you to help feed your, homeless, the elderly. That's what the organization is here for. It's a demonstration of God's love. It's God's love that is being demonstrated abroad. And so we want to talk about you for just a quick second, Josh, just a quick second. We want to talk about you and just highlight some of the things that you love and some of the things that you do. Just getting to know the president, getting to know the founder of Early Childhood Educators. I know you talked early on, you got your education, and that inspired you to, start this organization. But what are some of the things that Joshua loved and Joshua loved to do?
Oh, okay, that's simple. I'm just a simple person. I'm simple Joshua. I love music. Everybody know I love to eat. I just love people, and I like to go bowling, and that's pretty much. But my first thing is I love to eat. So that's
We
my
got to-
first thing. Just one, yeah, I love to eat good food. So yeah, it's like fair to show I like networking with people, different people, and yes.
And that's one thing I've always admired about you is your support of others. You've always been a great support system, not only to your local church, but also abroad. I watched you over the years. If there is an event that is taking place and you can support, if your time allows, you are there and you are present and you are supporting and you are helping. And so that's why I believe, without a shot of a doubt, that you're going to reap in your organization, that great level of support and help, because you are a servant at heart and you have served in many capacity, not only served in many capacities, but you've also supported in many capacities. So I believe, as scripture says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. Wherever we sow, we are going to reap. And I believe you will definitely reap in that area. Hey, don't get discouraged. Continue to stand, because I love what you're doing in the organization. I love what you're doing. And so tell us, I have just a couple of more questions and then we'll be out of here today. But I just want to ask, what are your thoughts about the education system? Because you're working in the education system. So I want to just expound and just kind of pick your brain in regards to your thoughts concerning our education system today.
It's not like it used to be. It's, whew. It's not like it used to be, and my prayers is that we go back like we used to be, far as educators. They don't have the passion anymore to teach the young people like they used to be, and so my prayer is that we go back to, care about the young people again.
And it's
Yes.
good to hear from you in regards to what you're saying on your, because we as parents, we go in the school system, we pick up our kids and we drop them off, but we don't have that day-to-day interaction. And so I can attest that I have seen throughout the years, it's not the same. Of course, I am a 70s baby, and so I know this is totally a different generation. Just even watching, my kids who was in school, I came home, we had books in our book bag, So now today, it's like kids have book bags, but they don't have books in them. So it's like, okay, where we're going, educationally. And so I thank you for sharing what you're seeing with your own eyes in the system. And I guess just, thank you for your service as well, because I know it's not easy. It's not even easy with the generation and the shift in culture and the change. We're more of a present for social media and things like that we see day to day in our school systems and just with our children in general, And
Yes.
so just thank you so much for what you're doing, your commitment to your organization and what your organization is doing within our community as well. We thank you so much. Continue to do the work, continue to serve. And we're here to continue to support you as you continue in all of your endeavors. Thank you again for joining us on our platform, Love Speaks, and sharing your organization and what the organization is doing, sharing your personal story. I know it's sometimes not always easy for us to be vulnerable and open up and share, the parts of ourselves that many other people don't know. And then again, this is a platform that's going out. So just one last question is, what impact do you hope to achieve with your organization?
Well, what I would like to achieve, I would like to see my organization everywhere around the world.
Yes.
So that's my vision and my goal, and that's what I'm reaching for.
Again, thank you so much for sharing that, Joshua. You heard Joshua today. He wants to expand. He wants his organization to go abroad, not just only locally within the United States, but guess what? There's other countries that he can also expand to. We have countries that he's willing to serve. And so if you're tuning, you're watching this broadcast, you want to support, join in. Come on, just go ahead and go to the website and contact Joshua and his team. They would love to have you. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Love Speaks, Josh. We are so grateful that you joined us on this edition of Love Speaks. I am again your host, LaKisha, who is also want to acknowledge our host, Francois, who is not here today. And so we want to thank you again and come back next time and join us again every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Don't forget to click and share this broadcast as well. Thank you and have a great one.